Hello, welcome to my channel, Cal Brown the Cosmic Goddess. So today I am going to be talking about how to recognize energy vampire in your life. There are main three types of energy vampire that most people actually encounter throughout their life, and most people are not able actually to pinpoint. They can probably see few red flags, but if you can actually be able to pick up on that, the quicker the better it is for you to get out of it. Energy vampire come in all shape or form, all races, family, friends, co-worker, so it's very important that you pay attention. It's very important that you connect with your sense, the sixth sense, your psychology, the way your brain pick up on things energetically, and tell you three types of energy vampire that you can actually recognize. There's way more than that and more complex disorders, because obviously you can understand that energy vampire also many of them have some type of mental illness, mental disorder. So there's three types of energy vampire, which is the grandiose narcissist. Then we have the victim energy vampire, the victim one, and then you have the controlling energy vampire. So let's talk about the grandiose narcissist. Grandiose narcissist, okay, when we think about narcissists, meaning they're all about themselves, and then you have the overt and the covert one. But let's focus on the overt one that can be actually more obvious for those who have very sensitive soul or can pick up on people's energy. You'll be able to feel it because you feel it in your body. You will not feel comfortable around them. So you have the grandiose narcissist. Keyword, okay, brag. They brag about everything, anything, at any moment. Compete with others, sabotage others in order to stay at the top. Talk about themselves constantly without asking you anything about yourself. Mainly, if they do, it's probably to gain information. It's always on their own term. So if they want to find out something that could help them to succeed or get better, example, they will need to find out what job do you do and how did you get to a main manager status. They will probably trying to find out how they can do this, and the most dangerous is if they work in the same workplace as you, they will literally try to destroy you. So there's these ones, they will talk about themselves when they're doing good, but if they ask you anything about you, is to find more information to destroy you. There is always an agenda with the grandiose narcissist, which is the over narcissist. Considerate of others' feeling and opinion. They do not care if you're feeling hurt by the thing they say about you or the thing they talk about or sensitive subject they might actually bring out. They do not care. Example, they might be very outspoken about sexuality, religions. Example, they might say, oh well, transgender, a waste of time, knowing they truly can see that you are probably a transgender, and they would not care about your feelings. So and usually they do that on purpose because they feed off people low self-esteem, people feeling down around them, because remember, they always need the feeling to be at the top. So they have to feed off people insecurity in order to win. That's how their brain works. So they also have the savior complex. A lot of overt narcissists tend to be part of a lot of charity events, helping others, but you can just tell they do it very overtly because they always keep on saying, I'm the one who did this, I was there for them, I am really proud of myself for saving all the sick animals in the farm. Without me, they would not survive. But you could tell in your soul there is something odd about it, because it's never genuine. And every human being on this planet know and is aware and can feel someone that is not genuine. And even though you're not in touch with yourself, you might find it as something really, really odd to say. They're very out there to promote themselves, but more in an ego way. You can say they're very driven by the ego. And if it was not, oh, I can record myself feeding a homeless, I can record myself giving homeless money, I can record myself being part of charity, so other people will actually praise me for my kindness. It's never about being genuine. It's not about having a good heart. It's all about themselves. The savior complex. Image is key. Image. They cannot be around someone unless they can get something out of it. It can be anything that can lead them to success or having bigger material gain. So image is key. They need to actually be around people that look pretty, people that are put together in their mind, their own standard of what looks good. And it's about really climbing the ladder and be at the top all the time. That's the mindset of the grandiose narcissist. They may seem to be very, very clingy type of people. They cling around people that they perceive to have something, and they're very pushy about that. So for example, they will contact you if, for example, let's say you hire them down, your manager, and then he's trying to get to the top. They will try to be as close to you as possible. They will try to text you constantly. It's very long love bombing kind of scenario, not just in relationship, but it's very like I'm in your face, and at the time you feel very, very drained. You feel very drained because everything is energy. You not bring anything to the table apart. They just takers. That's the word. Grandiose narcissists are very takers, and on an energetic level, that's how you manifest. It feels like they're really draining of your life source. They drain your life source, they drain your energy. They just collect. And next time you feel very low about yourself, right? So this is type of energy vampire. Then you have the victim one. So the victim ones, I can say they can be more dangerous compared to the other grandiose narcissist, because the grandiose narcissist is very out there. Most people can kind of pinpoint you like them or you don't, but they're very good socially, so they're quite good at kind of making friends. The victim, however, they're most likely to have very few friends to no friends, and even unstable relationship in friendship. And they tend to blame others for why did you not have friends anymore, why I'm not friends with them, why I have been fired, why this happened, why it's not my fault, it's them. The victim energy vampire is mostly to be quiet in the corner, very, very shy, observant. They may be they have like a sad puppy face, or they may be very removed from the social setting. They you can just say they're very like away from it, but not in a confident way, because there is quite confidence. Most likely they're very introvert. They complain a lot, blaming others for their shortcoming. They tend to self-sabotage themselves and others. They constantly need compassion from others. Most likely they usually have some mental disorder, illness, so bipolar, borderline, pathological liar, obviously covert narcissist, and more. They usually come off sweet and supportive friends at the beginning. So what do I mean by that? Victim vampire. The victim vampire, usually when you meet them at the beginning, if they come across you, they will come very kind of in a sneaky way. They kind of pull you in the corner. If there is like a social setting, they might come towards you in a when you kind of away from the crowd. For example, let's imagine a situation. You might drink at the at the bar, and it was like a social event, and you decided to pull away, they already targeted you. That's the thing with victim vampires, energy vampire. They know what they want. They usually go for people that have high confidence, a high energy. They have like social skills. Really, all these things they're already targeted. So they may come to you when everyone is kind of away from you, or they might probably give you the look when you can catch them. So they kind of invite you to come toward them. For female, for example, for men, they might come over. They usually come when they will study you though. They may study you, and then for a couple of minutes. Sometimes those ones will follow you for days or weeks through social media and see how you are. And they come towards you and they find, okay, well, she's going to that event, let me stay in the corner, watch her, and then when she's away from the group, I can come toward her. And they come across very kind, very sweet, puppy-like. They will idolize you, unless the grandiose narcissist doesn't care about idolizing you. They're idolizing themselves. The victim energy vampire, they will idolize you, see how great you are, how you're inspiring to them, and then the words that they use is so kind, and they feel this looks so innocent that you exchange number. They tend to move very, very, very quick. Energy vampire move very, very quick in any type of situation, any type of relationship, work relationship, friendship, love relationship. They move very, very quickly, and they tend to be very kind, charming, like the victim energy vampire. Very use sweet words, and you feel always sorry for them, always. And then they will move fast. They start texting you quite quickly, and then 2 months in, they want to be with you. They want to introduce you to their family. They want to move in with you, and then this is when things change. Now the devaluation tactic comes in, where they do not like the fact that you go on your events often. There's clothes that you wear, but they will not tell you straight to your face. Remember, they're victim and they're very covert. So they may say, oh, the way you go out a lot really breaks my heart. Do you know that I have mental health issues? Last time I had almost like a panic attack because I was so worried about you. You did not answer the phone. And this leads to kind of slowly losing energy, but even some drive for life in general. The things that you start doing, you stop doing it. You start to argue more. You guys start to argue more with the victim and vampire. The victim vampire is never going to be physically or really in your face aggressive. It's very psychological, where they threaten you that if you keep on doing this, they might end up in hospital. That would happen gradually and will literally destroy your self-esteem, to the point now you'll find yourself losing your job because you do not have energy. You guys have been fighting all night, and even though you wanted to sleep, he might actually not sleep at all and keep on talking about it during the night, and then you say, I want to sleep, but he won't do it. He will keep on doing it, but again with the crying voice, baby voice, and why don't you love me? I've always been there for you. I was there when you were doing your campaign. I was there when you were promoting your business. I was there. And and it's just like so draining, to the point like literally it starts to affect your mental health and then your physical health. And then because energy is so contagious, you start to pick up on their energy. Now you start to self-sabotage, meaning now at work, you're not driven, you sleep, you fall asleep at work. The manager is thinking, the boss is thinking, like, what's wrong with her? She's falling asleep, because they're not aware that you've been fighting all night. Your partner didn't want to let you sleep. And then it's ongoing, and then you get fired, and then you find yourself jobless. And then both of you are jobless now. And now you keep on complaining, and then leads to really serious depression, and for some people it can lead to committing suicide. This is how really dangerous the covert victim energy vampire can be. Next, we have the controlling energy vampire. The controlling energy vampire is most likely to have his shit together. If he's a man, most likely to be successful, if not successful, to be probably settled and having things going on for himself. Really having a settled life, you know. However, these energy vampire, which is happening more on the opposite sex, because men love to take care of women, and they usually controlling energy vampire tend to look for women that are pretty much way younger than them, could be 10 to 20 years, or if they do not care about your age, is mostly like they love to provide for you. They love that. All right, at the beginning, a controlling energy vampire will come as sweet, caring, had this savior kind of vibe to it, where you feel protected, you feel like, regardless they tell you or not, you can just feel they will provide for you. They may flash to your face how successful they are, but they might either not do it. But if they don't do it, it's more in a covert way where they will take you out, okay? They're pretty much confident, all right? The controlling energy vampire man is most likely to be very confident, mostly well put together, usually good looking. And what they do, they will quickly move to you, very confident. They're very charming. They will take care of you when it comes to taking on a date. You would never have to worry about anything, and then they will take you on more and more dates. One common key between those three, they tend to move very quick. They always move quick because they need energy, right? There's no time to wait. So they will move towards you the first couple of weeks where it will be quite intense. So they will slow down at the beginning, where they will take you out, and then they will leave a couple of days, if lucky for you, or to a week, and then invite you again. And then it will be more frequent, where they will start texting you on a regular basis every day, and then it will be morning and night. They will test your boundaries. That is testing your boundaries, because they're thinking, okay, if she does reply morning and night, meaning now I will ask her what she's doing. And if you did not reply, where have you been? Because I've been texting you, you didn't reply. So this again, try to test your boundaries. Now the way they spend on you, they want to see if you rely on them. So if you come across vulnerable, if you come across the type of woman who love to, talk about the issue, personal issue, problems, they will come across as saviors, where they'll be like, oh, I'll always be there for you. If you need anything, please. If you need any money, that is dangerous. A man who's really willing to give you money that quick without you bringing anything to the table will most likely to use that against you. So you have to be careful. There's no la la land. Everything has a purpose. The more you know yourself, the more value you put on yourself, the more you will see those little cues that some men can play. And it's not about gender war. It's about what we see in society when it comes to controlling narcissistic men in general. So it will take you out, and then it might take probably 2 months, a month, some really quicker. Oh, you want to move to my mansion, or do you want to move to my house? I think you'll feel safe for them. Now, as soon as you move in, things switch, where they might ask you, they don't want you to work because they can provide everything for you. Or some do not mind you to work, but they will be very controlling of your timing. And this is when the controlling energy vampire can either be very psychologically abusive and draining, obviously, or physical. Or either they may start with psychological abuse and end up becoming physical to actually maximize their power. And this is very, very dangerous, right? So you might get both if you're very unlucky. So they will start to isolate you from your friends and family, because remember, they're controlling. So you will start to have to clean the house, and they will start to literally devaluate you slowly, where now they will not really shower you with anything. They will still provide what is needed for the house, right? And if things are needed in the house, but they will move very quickly to the next victim while you are being a maid. Now you took the role of a maid, and they off dating other ladies, where they are creating this illusion again, where now when they come home, it's either complaining or satisfy his need, or literally gaslighting you, where they will start really slowly chip away your self-esteem, and you will find yourself where you're not recognizing the type of woman you were at the beginning, where you were shiny, beautiful, fresh on the market, and then once you've been taken out, you're not the same person. You can't even look at yourself in the mirror. Your hair's thinning. You do not have anything left. You do not have any soul left. You literally sucked in. You do not have anything that represent who you are as a human being. And most likely, unfortunately, which kind of turn into a trauma bound, because when they feel like they have tortured you enough and they feel like you're on your breaking point, this is when they love bomb you again with a couple of days of taking you out, taking care of you, and then it's low again where they devaluate you. So they need that. It's a lot of highs and lows, and you find yourself being trapped. But I'm just telling you how the controlling energy vampire work. They're very, very charming, well put together, have their life together. However, they tend to move quick. The main common trait that you see within those three type of energy vampire, they tend to move very, very quick. They move in a different way. They have their own way of approaching their victims. However, they all move quick. So that's why you have to pay attention to it. And also your intuition. If you start to become red flags, if you start to doubt, if you start to raise question, run. Unspoken Tale by Carol.